just looking at the backdrop for the fourth quarter, but what lies ahead, that is something that we need to really wait out for in terms of the management commentary. A 140 rupees per share dividend as well is what they've announced. Ashwin, hi, afternoon. How are you analyzing Bajaj Auto's numbers? Going by the ET Now estimates, it looks like a good quarter. Revenue is above, EBITDA is above our estimates, and PAT is coming in line.
Yeah, numbers have come good. Actually, this quarter was good for the two-wheelers, I must say, because, coming after a good festive season, the Q4 was actually quite good for them. Looking at the volume uptick that we have seen in this quarter, and overall domestic as well as export volumes have grown well for Bajaj. And therefore, these kind of numbers, they have come actually quite, in line at the PAT level for us. And as you said, similarly, the top line as well as EBITDA and the margins have come slightly better than our expectations. But going forward, I guess that maybe Q1, they are saying that it will be much better. I mean, it will be good. But yeah, definitely based on last year's Q1, it will be much better. But one needs to see regarding the lockdowns, the impact of that, because Bajaj has got most of its plants in Maharashtra, Aurangabad, Pune, etc. So, the impact, maybe the supply side issues, whether they are facing or not, we need to get it clearer from the management. Also regarding the demand, because retail demand will be definitely low this quarter. But as compared to last year, when April had reported zero sales for everybody, this quarter of FY 22, the first one, will be much better than last year. But definitely there will be a slight slump as compared to Q4 because of the lockdowns and the second wave of the pandemic.
Sure. Mithil, wanted to analyze how you're as well looking at Bajaj Auto's performance, because while in the quarter gone by it's been great and good results by all counts versus expectations, but they have sounded the alarm bell saying input costs continue to increase in the first quarter FY22 as well. How do you think going forward they'll try and balance out the input cost pressures and not let it impact the volumes?
Two important data points here, that revenues came much higher than expectation, ours as well as street, primarily because of the higher export and three-wheeler contribution. So three-wheeler started recovering, which contributed around 10% plus compared to previous quarter, 8% on the export side also, which was below 50%. This quarter it came as a 54% of overall revenue. These two has helped company on the top line front as well as profitability. Going forward, though it could be an issue for near term in terms of a Q1, in terms of volume as well as commodity prices, but we believe that currency still remains favorable, exchange rate being a favorable, and export is increasing. On the other hand, within domestic market, three-wheelers also started recovering slowly, and as we all know that three-wheeler margins are quite high for Bajaj Auto compared to entry-level bikes or even Pulsar. So overall profitability would be taken care of by higher exports and three-wheeler increasing contribution. Some challenges would be there on the commodity side, but companies are also increasing prices gradually. And in export market also recently they have taken price hike in few three-wheeler products and few geographies. So all those things will help company on the margins front, even Q2 onwards.
Okay. The stock though continuing to cool its heels at the 38.47 mark. Would you concur with that, Ashwin, that it's going to be the overall export numbers, the three-wheelers, that's going to aid Bajaj Auto going forward? And how have you looked at the beat on the revenue and operational front?
Definitely. Exports have come better and we have seen three-wheelers recovering also. But maybe in the short term, in Q1, we may see some sort of pressure on the volumes given the second wave and, some impact on the retail volumes because of, as I said earlier. But going forward, as exports, the company is mainly in Southeast Asia and Africa, where the impact of pandemic is quite low. So, exports will continue to definitely outperform the domestic sales, at least in Q1. Then Q2 onwards, I think if the pandemic settles down well, then the domestic performance, the domestic game also will come into the play. And margins, I would say that definitely currency was first, and secondly, three-wheelers and will definitely aid the domestic underperformance in the Q1. And definitely it will be helping Bajaj Auto to sail the tide Q2 onwards.
Some details out regarding the change in management as well. We understand that Rahul Bajaj has resigned as the chairman. Neeraj Bajaj will be replacing Rahul Bajaj as the chairman, and Rahul Bajaj will be the chairman emeritus for 5 years. Just some more details with respect to how the quarter has been for Bajaj Auto. For Q4, they've witnessed a sharp increase, as we've said. They've acknowledged that in their input costs. And the input costs continue to increase in Q1 FY22 as well. Ashwin, how are you looking at these developments?
See, the management changes, we can't comment on it because it's their decision, and of course, they must have thought quite well before taking it. And as far as the input costs are concerned, surely I think that there will be some sort of pressure in Q1. Considering operating leverage also would be slightly on the negative side, considering reduction in demand on the retail side in the domestic market. But going forward from Q2 onwards, whatever the company is taking price hikes and the exports and three-wheeler assistance will be definitely helping them to sustain or improve their margins Q2 onwards.
Thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining in and assessing Bajaj Auto's quarterly show. It's definitely been a strong set of numbers for the company. While the profits were in line, the operational number as well as the overall revenue growth has been very healthy, although the management has acknowledged that increase in input costs, as well as Rahul Bajaj now being replaced by Neeraj Bajaj as the chairman. All right, on that note, let's take a very short break with news that we're at 14,906 on the Nifty.